up, you guys? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. And today we're going to be doing a little laid back tutorial on creating SFX cuts. I freaking love doing these kind of things. Like, I don't know why, but I've noticed anytime I use fake blood in a look, it gets a lot more likes. Y'all like the blood. Y'all like the blood. You do. You little bloodthirsty savages. So today I'm going to teach you guys how I do the latex cuts that I've been doing, of course, using liquid latex. So first and foremost, okay, first things first, I'm the realist. You need to test your skin with just a little, like put like a little bit on like the inside of your wrist or something to see if you are allergic to liquid latex, because it is a common allergen and some people really be allergic to this. Okay, so you need to put a little bit on your skin and see if it burns or itches or if there's any kind of reaction at all first. Okay, and if it does, there are other things on the market that you can use, like synthetic, materials that are basically the same thing as liquid latex, but not latex. So you need to find that instead of doing this, but then follow all the other steps. Okay? But if you've tried it and it doesn't burn, we're good to go. Okay? I just need to check that first. Chickadee check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? Also, there's a lot of ammonia in liquid latex. So I recommend like pouring it out a little bit and letting it breathe before you go putting it anywhere on your face, which is where I'm going to be putting it because it's stinky. It's real stinky. Like, it is water your eyes. Stinky. Okay? So don't put it on your face without letting it kind of air for a minute, okay? Because, I'm just saying, don't do it. Don't. If you do it, you're gonna see why I said not to do it. And then I'm gonna be like, I told you so. Do you want me to gloat? Because I will gloat. I will gloat. Okay. So, tested it. You're good to go. You poured it out if you're going to be putting it on your face. If you're going to be putting it over a large portion of your face, I recommend getting a little bit of like rubbing alcohol on a cotton ball and going over that section of your face just so you get all the excess oils off of your skin so it will stick better. That's just a recommendation. I haven't seen any videos saying to do that, but I recommend doing that. Just, it makes sense to me. In my brain, it makes sense. It may be unnecessary. I don't know, but I do it. I'm unnecessary. Let's just... What I'm going to be doing today is I'm actually going to be putting the Trixie Cosmetics logo on my face, and we're going to act like I carved it into my face, basically, is what it's going to look like. And then I'm going to do a look using the Bottle Blonde and the Plant Gay palettes from Trixie Cosmetics. So that's going to be fun. But the fun part is going to be trying to make the logo on my face and make it look like I cut it in there. That's going to be the fun part. That's what I'm going to do with you guys. So, I have my latex poured out. I've been letting it air out. I'm going to be doing this with what I'm politely calling deconstructed cotton ball. The look that I did for Friday, the creepy clown look, I'll throw it up here if y'all don't remember, or if you don't particularly like scary stuff, so you skip my Go Ready With Me's, which is fine, I understand. To do that, I actually did this with the cotton balls, and I actually liked it a lot better than what I was doing, which was creating cuts using like torn up little bits of like Kleenexes, basically. If you pull them apart to where they're like one ply, and then you just do like multiple layers of it, it works really well. But I still feel like I see like the what am I trying to say, the print of the paper. Like, you can use like paper towel or toilet paper or Kleenexes, but I still feel like I see like the print of the paper whenever I like put the latex over it and stuff, so I don't really like it. I like this a lot better. But this is a little more tedious and I'm going to say slightly more advanced than the paper towel method. So if you would rather try with the paper towel method, it's pretty much the same deal. You're just going to be using little tiny bits of paper towel, and I'll kind of go over what you would do if you're doing the paper towel as I'm doing what I'm doing. Just for those of you who are trying it with that method, okay? I prefer the torn up cotton ball because I think it looks a little more realistic. There's not like that paper print. But if you're new to this and you're just trying it out for the first time ever, I totally get it. And it's totally fine to take the safer route. I get it. Been there, done that. Moving on. All right, so I'm gonna try and do a big like heart, and then I'm gonna do like the little T and the little baby heart of the Trixie Cosmetics logo. That's my plan. That's our goal here. So what I'm gonna do first is the tricky part of the heart. Because I feel like if I can get that part done, the rest is easy breezy, right? Makes sense to me. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to take some strands of cotton ball, and I'm going to kind of roll it together so it's kind of in a tube type shape, and it'll be easier to work with. And we're just going to stick that right over where we put that. And kind of lightly tap it in and smooth it down. Okay? And you'll do the same thing if you're doing it with paper towel, or whatever, tissue, whatever you're using. You're going to put it over, and you want to kind of make it nice and as smooth as possible over whatever shape you're doing, whether you're just going to do like a regular cut, or if you're going to cut a shape in, whatever. Make it nice and smooth, because it's supposed to look like skin is coming up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want a whole bunch of wrinkles unless you want to look wrinkly. I don't think we do, though. There's a whole, the skincare industry is about us trying not to look wrinkly, right? So, I'm digressing. We're going to continue on with the other little heart, hump, loop, whatever you want to call it. Hump, right? They're humps. My humps, my humps, my humps. Check it out. So, if you're following along using the tissue method, you've got your baseline down, you've got tissue down. Now you're going to coat that with more liquid latex and then put another layer of tissue down. And you're supposed to kind of let it dry in between these. I didn't anytime that I did it, so I might have done it wrong. Maybe. I don't know. But if you're going to dry it in between layers the proper way, I guess, allegedly, I recommend you use a cool hairdryer setting to like get it to dry quick and then do your next layer. But for the rest of us, we're moving on to coating this with another layer of liquid latex. And you're going to bring it down into your skin so it's actually holding onto your skin. And even though I've had this sitting out for like 10 minutes now, it is still stinging my eyes a little bit. I'm not joking with you guys. It stings. It's really, there's a lot of ammonia in this. Okay, so there's our main heart. Now we're going to attempt to do the logo inside the heart. So there is our carved out. Now, like I said before, if you're doing the tissue method in between layers, you want to dry it with a cool setting on a blow dryer. I'm going to go do that with all of this, and then I'm going to show you the next step. All right, so we've got it mostly dried down. Like around the edges will be totally clear, but where you have tissue or whatever, it'll obviously not be clear because there's something under it. You know what I mean? But now our next step is to make the cuts. So what I do is I take my lash scissors. You want a tiny, tiny, tiny little pair of scissors. And then I find a spot where it's thicky thickums. And I just kind of gently get my scissors in there and make a little snip. And then I kind of dig my way down until I feel skin. And then you kind of dig over and just kind of cut and then keep going along that way until you've done a cut where it's, you know, nice little open shape, basically. See, like this. You just kind of slowly go along. Now we're at the hard part here where I did a little humpty hump, which does make it kind of slow going, and you do have to get some awkward angles going with your body, but it's gonna look cool. And it's okay if the edges are a little jagged because, you know, your skin's gonna be jagged if you slice it open, right? It makes sense. Alright, so I got everything cut out, ready to go. And then my dear friend Rory, aka Bear Beauty, you guys may know of him. He actually just gave me a pro tip to use a purple concealer. Wasn't sure I was using the right word there. And then go over it with a setting powder before you do your base, and then it'll help blend into your skin better. Like, it'll look like your skin, you know what I mean? Okay, so I did that. I actually don't have any, like, color corrector, you know, things, but I do have this sugar-coated lipstick from CXC Beauty. Use code Lalana. So we're gonna try that, and hopefully that wasn't too dark. I don't think it was, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm very pasty. Okay, so now you got everything cut out. You're ready to do your base, and I'll be right back after I do my base to show you how to color it, and then you can fill it in with the blood. Okay, so I just went ahead and did the whole look. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the bruising, and then we're gonna do the blood. So for this, because it's a fresh cut, you know, we're gonna do pink around the cut edges, and I'm gonna do kind of a brighter pink, I think. If that doesn't work, I'll go in with the darker pink, but we're gonna go with the brighter pink. I want to kind of just stamp it all around the edges. It doesn't have to be neat, because you're also fixing to cover this in fake blood, so you know, it's fine if it's not perfect. Okay, and then inside where the cuts are, you want like a nice deep, what I'm going to affectionately call an angry burgundy. Something that's gonna look like, you know, exposed bloody flesh. Yeah. Okay, so there's our bruising. Now it's time for the blood. Now for me, it's just kind of easier to pour the fake blood into like the cap of the fake blood thing, and that's what I work out of. If that makes sense to anyone else, try it. If not, you know, have some kind of container. I don't know. You just want to go right along where the cut is. I'm just using a Q-tip to kind of get the blood in there and all around the edges. And then in the little, like, cutout that's the, you know, the T for the Trixie Cosmetics, I'm actually going to take some cotton ball and dip it in the fake blood. Little cotton ball tuft. And we're just gonna stick it on in there. gonna stick it on in there. Here we go. We're gonna take another chunk and we're gonna put it in the Trixie Cosmetics heart. Anyway, when you're gonna have like a big chunk of like exposed flesh like that, I like to soak a little bit of cotton ball scrap in the fake blood and then stick it in the wound. That way it looks like there's like raw meat in there. I know that sounds disgusting, but I think this looks freaking cool. I hope Trixie Cosmetics likes this look. If they don't, something is wrong in this world. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found this informational. If you're doing like an older cut, or like a deeper cut, I would do like deeper colors, like a burgundy or a dark purple for the bruising. But other than that, this is this. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you on Friday with another spooktacular story. Love you guys. Bye!